All right, what is up, Simp League? I have brutally murdered Shrek. He is dead now in my backyard. If you call the cops on him, you won't find him. I buried him deeper than you could ever imagine, and he is never going to escape from the eternal prison that I put him in. My name is Alex Shamit,
Hey guys, I'm not gonna talk as long and as cringe as Alex Shamit. My name is Ocon,
and yeah,
and
this is your Uber ride is here, and let's get into the Week 11 power rankings. Let's go.
let's
At
go.
at number 12. Oh, what a surprise. It is just a shame to see how bad Paul is at this game, you know?
Yeah, like when your opponent just memes really hard and you still lost 4-0, I think, and you even not let your opponent do any of the memes. You suck, man. It's like you suck.
Yeah.
But
We were
yeah,
gonna do a team MVP for every team, but Paul was just so shit that he didn't even have a MVP. There's nothing of value on his team, really.
yeah. But like I feel like we should kind of be more professional about this stuff, like we should increase the quad. So what I wanna say is I guess Paul sucks.
Right. Well, and I think Paul needs to be a little bit more professional too. I mean, that was just an absolute
Exactly.
embarrassment, personally and professionally. And I really think Paul should be embarrassed with himself with
Yeah.
um,
If I were him I wouldn't go out of the house anytime soon.
yeah, that was really embarrassing. And I would say some analysis. I mean, maybe we'll say it for your part, but with Paul, you just have to be better. You just have to be better than that, man. I mean, that
He's
was
good,
all right.
basically.
So next, uh, 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 so next we've got the Seattle Gyarados with their MVP being Blissey. If you can't tell, the goat as he's named it. Ocon, you can talk a little bit more about the beginning of this game.
Yeah, I mean he didn't have anything for Quagsire, which is really weird. He also like I think Ryan played it pretty good, and Ryan also had the matchup prepared. Like he had answers to most stuff. So like I think it was physical Slowbro, which was surprisingly really effective. And once the trick room was up, he didn't have any answers to that as well. So it was a really easy matchup for Ryan. I don't know if that was the case preface, but I think it is so because Mew, like I said, Slowbro, Quagsire, all of them were really good in the matchup. Quagsire by itself like really stopped the
Dracovic.
Rotom, really stopped the Dracovish, Pinkerchin, even like the Halucha and Terrakion as well. I
Hmm.
think the only way to stop it was like Toxic Ballisty or something.
Probably.
So yeah, I think that Ryan won the game during the preparation. I
Yeah, and
mean,
I will say that is a huge disadvantage of having Dracovish on your team, especially if it's choiced, is that if you're going up against, for example, a Quagsire, or if you're facing into me and I have Seismitoad, it's basically rendered useless at that point. And so
yeah,
it
I
really,
think he said he didn't know Quagsire got water absorb. I think he said it should be unaware. It would be unaware. I don't
mm,
know if I remember that correctly, but I mean, I think Lilligant was he really loves and uses well the Lilligant, but I think it was fatigued last week,
yeah.
so he actually didn't have much for Quagsire.
Well, and I think everyone kind of
That's
knew what they were doing because there was 5 weeks left after All Star break, so everyone pretty much
yeah,
assumed we're gonna play our best Pokemon for the first 2 weeks, and then we're gonna deal with the fatigue week 3, and then we're gonna play our best ones after that.
yeah,
Which, I mean, that's
which
pretty
I
much,
didn't do.
yeah. I mean, I fell into the same kind of trap. Actually, that was last week. I take that back, but a lot of Pokemon would be fatigued this week and last week, so in the end, that's going to happen. But yeah, not knowing that Quagsire gets water absorbed, that is a pretty big mistake. And if Paul wasn't so bad, maybe it could have landed them in last. But luckily, Paul was just terrible. So yeah,
Thank God for Paul.
yeah. Thank God for
When you
Paul.
think about it.
But
So
so yeah,
let's go.
the play wasn't terrible, but the prep was a little off, and Durant just kind of came in at the end and swept. Especially with there only being a Dracovish and a Blissey left pretty much after he did the rock slide on the Rotom.
Yeah.
So pretty preparational win by I believe it was Ryan and
Ryan, yeah, Ryan.
at number 10 we have the Westchester Wooloos with their MVP being the Blev, which is Azumarill, obviously. Ocon again, if you want to get into it a little bit. And then
Yeah, I think again it's about not having so many answers to the tank at the opposing side. This time it being the Corviknight. And I think the both play and the prep were questionable. Like he started with Hydreigon, and then he just went for a Draco Meteor against the Milotic, which is a really, really special defensive mon who can recover and who can also deal serious damage with Ice Beam. Then the answer to Milotic was going into the Azumarill and just set up, which is again questionable play. It's only turn 2. I think after that point, a lot of mons still can deal with the Azumarill, and Milotic can have haze, which he did. And seriously, Corviknight didn't have any answers. Corviknight could have won the game by attacking, but he won by stealing, which was really, really fun to watch.
it was a great time to watch, and a lot of the game came down actually to the Westchester's slow mons just being slower than Yellen's slow mons. For example, if there had been some speed investment in Mudsdale, it probably would have killed the Corviknight because it wouldn't have gotten to get a Roost off. And if there was speed investment in Azumarill, it probably would have outsped Melodic and not had to have Aqua Jetted. So a lot of the game was just that prep, looking at the other teams' individual mons and seeing how you could speed creep them with some of your mons. Those are definitely some of the more like time consuming things that you have to do in prep, but a lot of the times it's important because you never know when a Mudsdale outspeeding a Corviknight could win you or lose you a game,
Exactly.
But yeah, other than that, it was very fun game to watch. Probably the most fun game I've ever seen, just a bunch of little cute monsters bashing their head against a metal wall.
Exactly.
Great time. At number 9, we've got the Salisbury Snorelax with their MVP being my personal favorite name, Punish Larry, the Crawdaunt. Absolutely love the name, Bryce. Great job on the name. And he lost to Matthew, or the Serbian Scrafties. This was like a very offensive oriented game. I'm pretty sure Bryce's like only real defensive Pokemon was Hippowdon. And again, he let it die very early on. I think,
Yeah, it's the second week in a row, right?
yeah, Hippowdon's been out
Deploy.
here getting destroyed. I feel bad, honestly. It gets sent out and immediately dies every time you use it. I would say that's probably an area that you'd have to work on because Powdon's a great Pokemon if you know how to use it right against like physical attackers. It could have done a lot of work against the Haxorus as long as it was choice.
Yeah, exactly.
It was Matthew
It
almost
could have
won.
deal with Hexerus, it could have deal with Cinderace, Boltons,
Cinderace.
Braviary. Basically, the Chandelure was almost the only one it couldn't handle.
Right, and so I think that was a pretty bad sack, sacking that off when you could have used it a lot more throughout the match, especially with Cinderace. Like, I mean, I remember like in the original days of Gen 8 OU, Hippowdon was like the counter for Cinderace. Like, it was like the Pokemon you'd use to counter. So that was probably not the best decision letting it die to Chandelure like that. And then there was a lot of, I mean, don't be wrong, Bryce almost won this game. Bryce was like, I think he was like 18% away from winning this game because if he kills the Braviary at the end with Aqua Jet, he's going to kill the Boltund and the Cinderace. So Bryce was close.
Was it a roll though on the Braviary?
No, I don't think it was a roll, but I think it was like a pretty close. It was pretty close. Like he could have killed it, like if he had like a little bit more attack investment. But Point being, the game was very close at the end, and Bryce. It was a very offensive oriented game. Neither person really brought any defensive mons that actually did anything.
Yeah.
Um,
And
and
like I didn't like how he used Darmanitan, to be honest here. Like I mean I know Darmanitan has the cool sets like sub-select and stuff, but just you can still throw in a scarf or something and it's still a good offensive mon. Like if it was a regular scarf Darmanitan, I know we banned Scorella tactics, it has to be Zamoth, but still scarf Darmanitan, you just turning around,
yeah,
sometimes clicking a nice move, it would be helpful in this game especially. That's something you can look at during the playoffs.
and I will say having it not be guerrilla tactics is definitely huge because a lot of Darmanitan's power originally comes from like its move set and its ability in sheer force. And since this Darmanitan doesn't get guerrilla tactics to make up for that, it does leave it a little bit less powerful than the regular one. So having that be your like 16-point mon kind of sucks. But yeah, in the end,
Yeah.
you have to sometimes realize that the more boring set is probably going to be the better one.
Yeah, I
Um,
mean, yeah, the one set being good doesn't mean that you don't have to be creative. Yeah, sometimes it's just, pulling something unexpected and that can win the game, you know?
exactly, exactly. So moving on, number 8, we have got the Charleston Charizards with the MVP. Me knowing from personal experience is Jirachi or Space Baby. Hope you like the picture of it. So yeah, in this game, Jirachi was really key. I'll be honest, I was not expecting that set at all. I didn't even know that Jirachis could run that, and it destroyed a lot of my team. I honestly don't even remember like who it killed or like what specifically it did, but it definitely did a lot of damage like around. Like I know having Moonblast especially was huge for both of the Urshifus, and Kingdra for that matter. I'm pretty sure it had a
Yeah.
move I'm pretty sure it had a move that was super effective on every single one of my Pokemon, but I could be wrong.
Except for Pelipper, yes. But
Yeah,
even Pelipper, I think, took a lot from the Moonblast or Energy Ball.
yeah, I'm pretty sure Moonblast still did like 40% or something like that to it. So that was definitely a great prep move. Bringing that. Um, what else was it? Yeah, I think setting up with Rabambi was probably a good idea. Just so that way it could outspeed something with Scarf. I mean, I think I said last week that Ryan was gonna have to worry, or not Ryan. Shit, I did it again. That Spencer was gonna have to worry about Scarf Mons, and I'll be honest, I just brought two of them because I didn't really, I don't know. I think I brought two Urshifus with the same exact EVs and item.
What what I would criticize against him is he was against the Aromatisse with Ribombi. Ribombi was +1, which is obviously slower than Kingdra.
Well, no. So
Like
that's the thing. If he had
regular
max
regular
speed,
people regular people would know it. Like a Kingdra is faster in rain than +1 Ribombi. People
well,
should know
no, but
this.
that's the thing is that if Rabambi was max speed investment, he would have been faster.
Still,
Yeah. So
I mean, I would
Rabambi.
still, to be honest, go to +2 there against the Aromatisse, even +3. Like Aromatisse is not gonna do much since it's also boasting its special defense.
True.
So what I would do, I would just keep some quiver dancing even against Pelipper. I mean, yeah, I know Pelipper can Hurricane, but I'm not sure how much Hurricane hurts at +2.
Not
Maybe
wrong.
he didn't set up because he was afraid that he didn't want to be in Aqua Jet range from the Urshifu.
Maybe.
I know you didn't have it, but
Hmm.
it could have been that. I don't know, but I would, at least against Aromatisse, I would have gone to +2.
Yeah, I mean, I think that makes sense. Again, though, he did. Because I was checking, he did outspeed Kingdra if he had max speed. So like, because I'm pretty sure Rabambi's max speed is like 397 or something like that, or it was like somewhere close to that, and that one would have been higher than I could have done with ×2 Kingdra. And I think that's
Yeah,
why
I guess so.
I didn't switch into it in the rain. But again, overall, he brought a lot of interesting sets.
Teammate
Jirachi-
Kingdra outspeeds teammate teammate Ribombi.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
either way, Jirachi's a really good mon because it has a lot of stats. Like for example, I had Urshifu went in on it turn one, and I could have just like wicked blowed and killed it instantly. But I was very scared of like a switch into Crocodile or a Choice Scarf set or something along those lines. So I switched out.
I think we should talk about that. Yeah, the crocodile was Scarf with Anger Point.
Right. Right.
It was designed to switch into the Urshifu Dark type and get a Dark type attack and then sweep with Earthquake or knockoff or something.
Yeah, and that I mean, I kind of wish that would have happened because that would have been dope. But
Yeah.
since it didn't come in, Jirachi was definitely the MVP for this week. And
Yeah, I agree. I mean, even the Ribombi get most of the kills. Jirachi had a terrific job breaking most of the defensive things.
right, right. So moving on to number 7, we have the Scrafties, their MVP being Vlado, the Chandelure. This was the other end of the game with Bryce that we were talking about earlier, and in all honesty, pretty much the same analysis here that I had to say for Bryce. It was just a very offensive game, and Chandelure happened to be the offensive Pokemon that had the most opportunities to kill things on Bryce's team, whether that be Hippowdon or some of the other members of his team. I believe it killed Darmanitan, but I'm not 100% sure on that.
Yeah, Chandelure didn't have any switches.
Yeah.
Like, I think the only one was, I mean, even Crowdont would have taken so much damage from a Shadow Ball or Flamethrower, I think.
And also you have to account for the energy ball when you're dealing with Chandelure.
Yeah, exactly. He used that before, like, really, really good as well. I mean, we are gonna do a season end of the season awards, and the kid is going for the most improved, I think. I don't know
Okay,
if you would say
that's where I think
be nice to your brother.
that's
Be
where I
nice
think
to your brother.
Matthew was slept on back in the day. Matthew, because I'm pretty sure he was in like the very first league that me and Sam ever did. He's a vet. You're discounting him a little bit. He's been doing this longer than you have, Ocon. I don't know about that,
Okay.
but yeah, put some
Yeah, well,
respect
he
on his name. Put some
improved
respect
though.
on
That's
Vlad's
that's
name real quick.
that's the thing. He improved. So I mean, he became a threat, I think, because like, okay, he lost more than he won, but I never saw him getting destroyed this season, to be honest.
Yeah, exactly. Well, because Matthew, he brings things that will like he honestly he reminds me a lot of how I play. He just brings things that he knows will kill at least a few Pokemon. So he's never gonna lose like 6-0. It's like you're not gonna play a game. Well, actually, I think Sam kind of dominated him, but Sam does it to everyone.
Yeah,
You're not
something
gonna play
sucks.
a game against Chandelure and Haxorus and not have anything die. Like something's gonna die, obviously. So I think
Yeah,
that
that's correct. I mean, his team is really offensive, but still, I think he did play it this season. I would say pretty good, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, so again, I would probably have him, but here are my two MVP most improved candidates coming up next. And the first one, I guess we can't really call him most improved because this is his first season, but Yellen coming in at number 6 this week with his team MVP. I'm not going to call Corviknight hit by his nickname because he's just so bored. I'm just kidding. I forgot Corviknight's nickname if I'm honest, but
Sir Gawain, I think.
okay.
Something like that.
Yes.
But yeah, like, the game was basically the opponent trying to break Corviknight. Corviknight walls everything, deals damage with the Rocky helmets and Rocky helmets only. And yeah, that
And
was the
who
MVP.
would
So everything was weakened by the rocket helmets, and then just like Hyper Beam on Mudsdale was pretty good with Jolteon, to be honest.
yeah.
I expected you would expect Hyper Voice and stuff, but Hyper Beam, that's next level. And
Right.
then yeah, I think overall his prep was pretty good. He claims that he is saving himself for the playoffs.
Now I
We'll
will
see.
say when you make that kind of claim, you really have to back it up. You
Yeah.
can't like make the playoffs and then lose then because that's kind of an L. But I mean,
And
hey,
then
we'll see if
he
it
he
pays off,
actually
right?
still has a claim at one of the bye weeks, and
True.
he needs both Fuzzle and Ryan to lose, but
Yeah.
he still has a claim in the second spot of the chat conference.
So yeah, I mean it'll be interesting to see what he pulls out in the playoffs. But I mean his matches are definitely going to be more interesting because he's if you got to back up the talk, you got to talk the talk, walk the walk. That
I would say he has best or maybe the second best defensive team. I would say all of our league is actually really, really, really offensive.
yeah, that's
I wouldn't call any team defensive other than Sam's and Yellen. So, uh, and I'd say hyper offense is really worse at during the playoffs. You can because defensive ones generally have more versatility,
right.
especially defensive ones like Corviknight, Milotic. They have stuff they can do. And that's why yeah, if he's like he said he's just saving himself, I can see that happening because like I said, I think his team is versatile. His team has really, really good defensive pieces like Corviknight, Milotic, Orbital, Serena even.
Right.
And yeah, I'm kind of excited for what we have in store.
Yeah, it's gonna make for some interesting playoff matchups. And so again, we're going to be talking about the most improved player award. If we're talking about the most improved player award, my pick for that is definitely the actual Ryan and the Hartford Hustle, with his MVP this week being Truant the Durant. I know I'm very funny with the meme. Um, I personally think that Ryan has improved a lot this season. Because I remember at the beginning of the season, I'm pretty sure that Bryce and I ranked him in our preseason power rankings as the last place team.
Yeah,
Um, in
he was
our
considered the meme.
Yep. Yep. And I mean, I remember thinking like, oh, it's a fun team. Maybe he's not taking it all that seriously, but it's going to be a fun to watch team. And I mean, he's really come out this year, and he's surprised me personally a lot with like very quality wins. Who knew that hustle could be a legitimate strategy? You know what I mean? Who knew
Yeah,
basically that you could basically just win a bunch of games with hustle mons, which he's absolutely done this year, and he's beaten some quality opponents.
yeah, and I think like he really got like his money's worth from some different ones. Like Quagsire was really good 1 week. Like Trent was really good this week. Slowbro was really good this week, and he got 1 week win with Phalanx. He swept once with Mew.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's using all of his mons to, not saying like to full extent, maybe I don't know, but he really got his money's worth from almost that isn't Zarut. I think
Well,
yeah, Zarut is the only one who didn't do anything in his team. Yeah, just checking. Even Maltan got a kill.
yeah, I mean, I think the difference between being a meme and being a legitimate threat with this team is from the play, and I think that's the part that he surprised me most with is how well he's been playing. Not saying that I thought he was bad or anything, but like
We
I think
understand
he's
what we
played.
understood. Alex is too late.
I know. I
Yeah.
think he's played
Yeah.
just as good as like any of like the top tier people, not top tier, but like the top four people in the league have. Anybody above him is what I'm saying. I think he's played as well as anybody, and he's definitely going to be dangerous moving forward. Especially Durant. I had Durant, or I guess Truant. I had Durant last time or last year in the league, and he is very scary. If Durant hits his moves, It's like Dracozolt too. Like there's really nothing that can tank a hit from both of
Yeah,
them. Even like Mons like Hippowdon, if he gets like outraged by Dracozolt, it will still do more than 50%. So Ryan
exactly.
is gonna have Ryan is gonna be somebody that you're really gonna try to avoid playing in the playoffs. I'll say that. Um
I'm rooting for Paul during the first week of playoffs.
now that will be an interesting matchup for sure. Um at number 4, we have the Windsor Wigglytuffs with their MVP being Merlet, the Incineroar. Accurately depicted
I
here.
I was so close to rank her fifth this time behind Ryan, to be honest. But yeah, she still played. I think good. I would say she had the matchup. To be honest, she really had the matchup. She lost to the Clefable stall, which is understandable. But I would say she had several misplays actually. One being like she brought Incineroar to something killed something with U-turn or volt switch. I don't remember the exact situation. And then she brought Incineroar to intimidate, but nothing. The opponent was already dead, so intimidate wasn't going to work. And he really needed to intimidate actually because all the others were mainly the what's gonna come in was physical attackers, and I would have kept Incineroar if I mean I think bringing Incineroar was the wrong choice there, and the since we are not watching the game and I'm like trying to remember and you guys might think that we're not prepared, we're just doing this on the fly, but no, we actually have so much thoughts, so it's hard to collect them all.
Right. Like
That's
I
what's
have like
happening
at
right now.
least 10 pages of notes on what happened this week, and it's
Yeah,
just
yeah, yeah.
choosing which ones to like
I'm
say.
I'm trying to find the notes. Yes, exactly.
Hmm.
So yeah, I mean, I had some issues with how she played. She didn't play terribly. I mean, she played pretty good, but she had
Well, I
some
think
key moments of. Sorry.
it's important to understand too that Sam really had no incentive to even win this week. I mean, when you're talking about it not being the best loss
Yeah,
for Fugglekin, she definitely had a lot more to lose than Sam did this week. And so I think this is definitely a match she needed to win more than Sam coming in. And again, I also like to point out Incineroar was very nice. I do like how she used it more as like an offensive mon too than a defensive mon. I
yeah.
know it did a lot. Like I remember watching the replay, it did a lot more damage on a lot of things than I was expecting it to, and I think that shows how good Incineroar can be as a Pokemon because it is so versatile. Um, I think a lot of what happened this week though did just come from the Clefable's versatility.
Yeah,
Um,
Clefable won 6-0 by itself basically. So
yeah, and you're not expecting that. Well, you don't expect especially with just like the current meta in OU. You're really not expecting the Cosmic Power set coming from Clefable in the first place.
yeah, and like she didn't get any crits. She could have get a crit.
Yeah.
Oh, another misplay also. She had on the Unburden on Slurpuff. She could have disabled Clefable's ability, and the toxic damage would have, just let Clef die, because she could have stole it with Incineroar. Incineroar was immune to, the start power,
How could she have gotten
so
rid
she
of
could
the
have
Clefable's
just
ability again?
the poison type move that suppresses the ability.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Wait, acid something, no? Gastro acid.
She
Yeah.
had that on Slurpuff.
She said she had gastro acid, yes.
Oh
So
wow.
she could have done that. And then the poison damage would have stacked and she would have won that way.
Well, I mean, if you
And
brought
that was
Gastro
another
Acid just for the Clefable, you'd think you'd use it, right?
Yeah, but she said she could have just she thought at least at that time she could have just belly drum and then damage it would do enough, but that didn't. So yeah, that was a mistake. But I understand. I mean, who would have thought? Like at that
Right.
point,
Right.
he was the she was probably like hopeless at that point, like I'm not gonna be able to break it. But she could have.
In fairness, that was the closest that someone's has come to beating Sam in a pretty long time. So, all right.
Yeah, I think when did we play it? He won ever since. And we played really early, I think. Yeah, week 4.
Yeah.
So it's been 7 weeks.
Exactly.
And like he played all of the games were pretty safe after that. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So she did a decent job. Again, Sam may have
So
not.
good job, I guess. Still good job.
Yeah. All right. My internet connection is kind of unstable, so
yeah.
I'm just gonna keep moving here. At 3, we have got you, Ocon. A very inconvenient time to have you, considering that you are currently a frozen popsicle on my screen. But if you want to try to talk about your match,
Can you hear me at least?
yeah, I can hear you now. I can hear you now.
Can you hear me at least?
Yeah, yeah. I got
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. So yeah, basically my matchup was pretty easy because I played against Paul, and then I tried to meme because it really didn't matter to me what happens. Asian toxic, I don't remember, like rest, sleep talk, infestation, and something. So he sucked so bad that Magnezone and Cloyster just won the game. I couldn't even use my curse quick attack Sylveon. So I'm really unhappy with how this game went. I blame myself because I shouldn't have said Shell Smash. It was my bad.
Too good, bro. You're just too good. Yeah.
It was my bad. Yeah. So basically, thanks for the free win. I guess we can move on.
All right. All right. At number 2, we have me. My MVP being E-Girl Ultra. She's a real MVP every week. I'm gonna be honest. Like this week didn't really matter too much to me. I kind of just made a team that was trying to farm kills for the Urshifus, and I just kind of failed. It didn't. Yeah, it was pretty bad. I meant to bring Aqua Jet, but I only had 3 moves on the thing because, like, when you like put a move in and then you like take it out and put another one in, like sometimes it doesn't like register that you put the new one in.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that happened to me, but I honestly have no idea. I might have just forgotten.
Shit happens. I mean,
Yeah.
there's still the point of like just try Kingdra, man. It's just try Kingdra.
Yeah.
Hope you answer
Again, I just kind of like, I don't know. I like honestly was just kind of zoned out after I saw that it didn't have Aqua Jet because I just figured I lost. So I just started killing things and then pressing random buttons. Not random buttons, just sending random Pokemon out to die, basically. And I guess Kingdra was faster. I don't really know. I think he said that Ribombee wasn't max speed for some reason. But
yeah, I think I kind of helped him prepped, and we didn't do it max speed. We just outspeed something on your team. What do you have on your team that's like around 110 base speed? I don't remember.
I don't really think I have anything, honestly.
Yeah, I don't think you have something fast, so it was actually really slow.
Yeah, well, I just didn't get why, because like it's not gonna live a hit with more HP. It's a Ribombee, so that was confusing.
And it can live special hits if you set up Quiver Dance.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I mean, when you think about it, yeah, it should have been faster than +2 Seismitoad, Venusaur. No, you didn't have Venusaur. You couldn't have Venusaur. So it should have been faster than +2 Raymon's did at +1, actually. Yeah, that should have been the calc.
Yeah, so I just kind of assumed that. It was just like, whatever. I'll just send that random Pokemon. And then I did, and then I lost. But honestly, I'm not really too worried about it. Like,
I mean, since like it's also applies to the next one. So yeah, basically you and Sam will play end of last week, and winner gets the first place, the loser gets the second place, and even that first place, second place doesn't matter.
No,
since you're just gonna play the lower or higher rankings, whoever comes, but still you two will get the bye week. It's not gonna matter. So this week completely not matter. Last week is gonna matter just a little bit.
But we're still
So
gonna win.
Yeah.
And then for number one, we've already talked about him.
Yeah.
Sam, just stop. Just stop, Sam. That was mean. You didn't have to stall him out like that, did you? That was just mean. Come on.
Just go. Just pass the
Yeah, come
screen.
on. Just stop it. Stop it.
Enough.
And then for the MVP, I mean, yeah, we just come
We
on.
have to.
Stop.
We had to, but we're not happy about it.
No, I'm not happy about it either. If I almost said if I'd watched more games.
Look at that face. That face is the evil.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know what that what is even. Let's just, you know what? Instead of talking, what's going on in this picture? Like,
I want to say that's Doctor Who.
what? Where?
The one with the fez.
Doctor Who?
Yeah. 11th Doctor had a thing with fezzes.
Wait,
and
what? He did?
Yeah, he really loved fezzes. Whenever he sees one, he tried to try it on.
Okay.
And he's also wearing sneakers and kind of like raggedy look on him.
Yeah, no,
so
I
I
could
would say
see that.
that's kind of a Doctor Who thing.
What about what the hell is that behind him? Is that a guy? Like, that looks like a guy. That looks like a dude.
That seems like a guy.
I mean, but like, what is that like? Like, what is it? Is it just?
Is it like some game con or?
Dude, I don't know. I looked up cosplay on Google and this came up. But like, wait, like there's just so much to this image. Like, why is there like caution tape hanging off this balcony?
Yeah.
Like what is going on here? There's another thing is I feel like this is probably a convention, right? There's only like 5
Yeah,
people.
it's kind of a convention. Yeah, it's kind of a convention, but probably like early stages they're still setting up maybe.
But like
Because when you see like they have lanyards, they are probably kind of workers there. They're just, it's not started yet, I would say, at least, because it's really empty.
Right. It's just I don't know. That's just it's I regret seeing
What
this.
was the lady behind her supposed to be? The one with the white coat?
I mean,
I have no idea either.
is she just supposed to? Well, I think the pink bag is probably something clue, right? Or because she has like a little pink ascot too, so that's probably something.
Yeah. I want to say that can be a regular outfit too. She just might be tasteless.
That might. Oh no, if that can't be someone's regular outfit, right? If she's got.
I hope so.
That's such no, because look, she's wearing like a vest. Like, there's no way someone would wear like a button-down vest to like normally.
Yeah, I guess.
Right? I mean, that's got to be. I think the other guy might be Princess Peach. I really think that he might be. I'm looking at it now, like the blonde hair, like the pink dress at the bottom. That actually might be.
Can be, to be honest. But like he might try to be Princess Peach. He looks like Professor Trelawney.
Right. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, this
From
is
Harry Potter.
They're wearing a pass.
Yeah.
Wait, no, but she's the only one wearing the pass. No one else is wearing a pass.
Oh yeah, that's a tie on the guy, I guess. Yeah.
And then she's not wearing a pass.
Yeah, definitely. I don't know. Some weird shit is happening.
Yeah, that's just this picture is just a lot.
If anybody knows, please explain.
I'm
Leave
pretty
a
sure
like
we spent
and
longer
comment.
analyzing this picture than any of your matches. So feel free.
Don't just comment on the Discord, guys. Comment on the YouTube as well. So
you know what we could
get
do?
more
We
recognition.
could ask them. How about you? Okay, special challenge for this one. This will be like a special challenge for all of you that sat through us talking about this picture. Comment on the YouTube channel instead of complain to us on the YouTube channel and not the Discord, so we can get our comments up. And then we can grow the channel a little bit. Then we will respond to the comments, right?
We will get those streamers. They will just say, please pick us. We will be the coolest league in the Discord.
Exactly. So make sure if you're a special little bunny and you watched all the way to this point, show us that love. Comment in the comment section, like, share, and subscribe. Peace out.
Exactly. Peace out.